Okay, home sellers, I know it can seem like it is a bloodbath out there and it is really brutal for sellers right now, but that's actually not totally true. The truth is that homes that are priced right, they're positioned well, they're marketed well, and they're in good condition. I'm not talking full remodel. Those homes are still moving and in some scenarios getting multiple offers. Those sellers are still winning. And hey, I'm Leslie Duvernay, California-based realtor, investor, and landlord coach, and I help our clients and landlords every single day win in this market, regardless of what kind of market we're in. Now, our team covers multiple markets, which might sound weird to you, but it's actually not so weird because the systems and processes that our team has in place actually work across the state. Really, no matter where you're located, the same systems and processes are going to be the same. Now, what's going on in the market right now? Well, to your benefit as a seller, the rates have improved this week. And usually when that happens, we see a little bit of a frenzy with buyers. They start coming back out of the weeds because their lender is messaging them and their email is telling them from homes.com, hey, rates are down, rates are lower. So that gets people off couch and they want to make a move to lock in that lower rate. But overall, buyers are still very selective. They're comparing your home to not just the home down the street, but also everything on the market that might not even be in the same neighborhood. So making sure that you're presented well and easy to show is what's going to set you apart as a seller in this market. Now, who's selling right now? Well, what I'm seeing, a lot of sellers are those who must move. An example is you maybe inherited a property and you are now the trustee and you're working with your siblings or family members and you need to sell the property to liquidate the estate. That's what's really common right now. We're also seeing a lot of folks who are downsizing and then moving out of state. So they're offloading their property here in California and then they're going to somewhere else where they can live a more comfortable lifestyle and have a lower cost of living. And then we're seeing the other end of the spectrum, which are people who are staying here and they're either moving up for space, they're moving maybe adult children into the home, or they have more kids so they need more space, or they're also looking at properties where they're moving in like aging parents, so accessory dwelling units, or in the new build world they're calling them next gen suites. Those are really popular right now where people are selling and then moving into that kind of floor plan. And the opposite is happening, people who are downsizing and looking for simply a lifestyle change but within the same area. These are all really need to sell situations. And when you need to sell a property, your strategy is very important. It's not just throw the listing up and hope and pray that it sells at whatever price you think it's worth. You need a real strategy in order to move your property in this market. So I work with homeowners every single week, and the winners in this market are pricing their property competitively. They're not having aspirational goals of some price that they think their property's worth. They're not testing the market. They're pricing it to sell. The second part is strong presentation. Now, I'm not talking full remodel, but I'm talking about prepped, decluttered, maybe some fresh paint, cleaning, removing all of those strong Glade plugins from the house that might deter a buyer who's smell sensitive away, things like that. So just think clean, move-in ready, and neutral, where another buyer could envision themselves inside of that home. As well as your agent, of course, doing their end and doing the professional marketing and the professional photos and really displaying the property well online. But in order for us to do that, the property needs to be prepped. And the third thing that is really helping sellers move their properties right now is doing their disclosures and inspections up front. Now, you might think, oh, I'm not going to spend $1,200 on this, but it's actually worth it to you as a seller because you can predetermine with your agent or with us, if you're working with us, you can predetermine what that buyer is more likely to ask for. So when you get into the escrow period with them, there's not really going to be any new information that's going to come up. So you're not going to feel like your whole deal is falling apart. We'll really cut out a lot of stress. So sellers who are doing the disclosures, the inspection reports, all of that up front, they're the ones really winning right now because buyers are being so selective. They want to look at all of that up front. So where we're at, we're 4 months into the year now. We're in the peak springtime. I wouldn't really say it's peak crazy springtime or anything. We're not in a frenzy. We're not in a crash. It's definitely not the unicorn years of 2021. It's really just a positioning market and a strategy market. So the sellers who win, they price their property competitively, they prep their properties well, and they move with an actual strategy. Now, if you're thinking about selling at all at any point in time, grab our seller guide and our home prep guide. I'll link both of those below. It'll walk you through kind of what you need to do to prep your home as well as the entire process as a seller. And if you're a tired landlord, there's also a full section for you as a California landlord, what to do when it comes to selling your property, whether tenant occupied or vacant. And as always, have a great month ahead.